Hey everybody, had a little bit of problems that I got solved now, and I thought I'd share the experience with you. Um, First problem, I guess, was that I got to swing the camera around here. Actually, this wasn't the problem, but I got color on my 40 Ford, and I went to clear it, and the activator for my 2K clear was hard as a rock, so I had no activator. And obviously, without activator, you can't use the clear. So I ordered another liter and expecting to have it today. Well, I get on today and check the tracking, and it shows that it was canceled because they said they didn't have it in stock. Which, when I ordered it, it showed it was in stock. When I checked the tracking the first time, it showed that it was packed. So I don't know what's up with Lazada here, but it was supposedly packed, and now they don't have it. So I'm still waiting. I really want to get some clear on there. I think it's going to really bring it out. Bring the, when it gets shine on there, it's going to bring it out to bring it to life. And it's very subtle two-tone job. I couldn't even notice it until I put the trim, which is not bare metal foil. It's that Hasegawa that I think I showed before. Yeah, this stuff. He said it's a little stretchy and a little bit difficult to cut, but it worked out pretty good for this. I just cut a real thin strip and laid it on, so I didn't have much trimming to do on the sides. But I think it's going to look good when it gets clear on there. But you can see the roof is just a slight bit lighter color than the bottom. And that's the powdered pearl mica, mica powder that I bought. And I wanted to experiment some more. It didn't have a really nice red like I had in my mind, so I mixed a couple things together to get it a little bit darker there for the bottom, and I mixed a couple different ones together for the top. It ended up being, like I said, almost can't even tell the difference. I think with the right lighting you can, and once the clear's on there, I think you'll be able to tell. It's not a two-tone, it's a blend. You really can't even see where it blends in the back on the trunk lid. But we'll see what it looks like when it gets clear on. I'm looking forward to getting that finished because it's close now. I mean, the chassis is all finished, and the interior's finished. It just needs the final assembly. But anyway, that was the clear issue was one of the big ones, and so now I ordered another one today, and hopefully it'll be here in a couple days. The big issue here was the opal, though. I thought I was well along to being finished, and just for some reason I decided to try to do a little more mock-up and put the front end on. Well, when I did that, it wouldn't open. It would open. It rubbed here, and it would only open like, I don't know, maybe 30 degrees. So I had to change the hinge, and I'm not 100% proud of the way I got it to work, but I am proud of the way it does work, because I'm trying to duplicate a real car, and this is not the way that it hinged. So what I did is I cut my old hinge off and made what I see everybody make for doors, and it took a lot of trial and error to get it to get it the right bends and stuff. And then I put tubes. This is the part that I'm not proud of, but I put tubes in where the coil shocks are. With them painted black, they're not real noticeable, but it's, when I'm trying to build a replica, I'd like to build it as close as I can, and this isn't really close. But I'm going to try to stick this on and show you how it works. So I'll be right back. I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, it's on there. The other issue was the front wheels. They just didn't fit right in the wheel well. It's like they were too far out, and I couldn't put... I had this set up with pins in the front, and there was no way that I could get the pins in, especially with the front wheels on. Because, if you can imagine trying to put pins into where the frame rails are here. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to get in the camera frame and get something to point with. Sorry, it's not focusing. But like right here, there's holes, and I had tabs on the front end there that you had to put pins in from this side. So with a wheel on there, you really couldn't get in to put a pin in. So what I did, like I showed you, is I made that wire hinge, and that's like a soft copper wire, so it bends pretty easy. And somehow I lucked out that it actually fits pretty decent. And what I discovered, and this was the real car too, you had to pull the bottoms of the fenders out to tilt the front end, so it was a two-man deal. So I decided if I could make it slide forward, it would, it would clear. So with this hinge that I came up with, you can slide it forward just a little bit and tilt it, and it doesn't go up, it doesn't go up 90 degrees, but it's good. I'm very happy with that, the way it works. And I was thinking I'd have my decals already, and I'm not ready for them, but I did get the email that they're shipped, so I got to get it out of my head that I have to be ready when they get here, because I don't. Trying to take my time and I keep thinking of more and more things that I need to do to make it, realistic, which one was the headlights, which I'm working on, and then I realized that the side markers here, they weren't right, so I had to change that around. And tail lights, there was no tail lights with this body, so I'm in the process of trying to make tail lights. I'm not real happy with that, but I can make it work, I think. They're really tough to make. I tried to make it off the car, and I just can't seem to get it right, so now I'm trying to make it on the car. I'll get it eventually. I also realized I have to make wheelie bars, and I was trying to decide what to do with this bumper, because it's not supposed to be a molded in bumper, so I've been scribing and scraping in there just to give it like a little bit of a gap. And then I got to make bumper guards for the back. That'll be painted with a chrome paint. So I'm not as far along as I thought I was, because things keep changing. These wheels are a little wonky here too. I got to do something with that. It's because they're mounted in plastic rather than a steel rod, so they're flexible. But I'll get it eventually. And the Pro Stock car here is got a little bit more headway on it. I got the rotors on, radiator in, hose. I didn't make a bottom hose yet, and I never, seems like I always leave the bottom hose off, but this time I'm going to get one in there one way or another. So I don't think this really looks any different than my last video, but it's one piece at a time, slowly getting there. And I'm in the process of trying to make an MSD coil out of this square stock styrene. So I rounded the edge, put a little tab on there. It needs 2 more tabs for what would be a top mount. I know I'm even thinking to myself, how is this going to be a coil? But I got some pictures off the internet of the MSD. I forget what model coil it is, but it's a triangular looking kind of thing, and so that's what I'm trying to make, and I'll just mount that on the firewall somewhere. Didn't do any body work on that yet. I did work on the hood a little. It's not quite enough to suit me yet. It doesn't quite fit right. I had it in some hot water, but I think the water wasn't hot enough to really make it move. Like, I could twist it, but then it went right back. So I think I need to get into some hotter water. Yeah, you can see it's not the correct fit when it's not on the car, because the magnets kind of spread the back end a little bit, but you can see it's still up on this side, and if I push down on that side, it's up in the back. So got to get in a little hotter water and get that going. Anyway, that's my trials and tribulations and problems that are mostly solved. So that's it for this time. We'll see you next time.